Welcome back. This is Katie with Granny's Legacy here for the second session of our step 1 of our Fantasy block of the week. Just to recap, Fantasy is this gorgeous piece behind me that we're tackling over an 8-week span of time. So in our first step, we taped together our transfer sheets and we created the template for the background black circle. And then we cut out our black. Looks like this lovely large circle. And in doing that, I forgot one crucial step. So I had you lay this big piece on here and line up the fold with the dotted line like so. And then we traced, but what I forgot is on your pattern, there's this center point right here. It says center point right in the middle of where your mat will be. We have to transfer that dot. So if you just want to lay that back over there, grab your marker and just put a dot where that dot is. We'll need that for lining up the template for when we put the medallion on. We want to make sure that medallion ends up right in the center of your mat. So you want to transfer the dot, that off to the side, and then we're going to lay this on here again. Make sure it's nice and flat. Lay this on here. I must not have my circle laid on exactly. It might be stretched a little bit, my black. And then I'm just going to take my marking pen and just poke a hole right where that hole is right there and just make a little circle. So I'm poking through the paper, so I'm actually drawing on the wool. And that'll transfer that dot. If you're more comfortable with it, there we go. Perfect. I can already see it. You could always put this back on and then do it that way, but that works too. And we have a bright little white dot right there. Make it a little bigger so you can all see it. Then we're going to set this aside and move on to the transfer. So you will need to get this page out of your pattern. It's right with the tracing sheets. It's called the Fantasy Star Medallion template. And then in your first shipment with this session, because there's all the weird things that are going on in the world around us right now, we actually included press and seal wrap in with your first installment. We just did it because we don't know, some you might not be able to get out of your home, or your Walmart might not have it, or you just might not have access. And because it is so crucial to this project, we just went in and popped a chunk of it in all of your kits.
It might take 6 people to get it all on.
Yeah. Kim rolled it all up, and she said by the time the mail is done with it, you might definitely need help to get it all stretched back out flat again, but it is in there. So you received just enough. So you'll want to take the wad that was in your kit, and you might want to make note of this. I'll say it a couple times. You'll need to cut 2 pieces that are 30 inches long. So 2 pieces, 30 inches long. So there's one. Here's my second one. And that will be for later. So 2 pieces, 30 inches long. If you cut them a whole lot bigger, you will not have enough press and seal. And then 1 piece, this one looks to be about 9, but it really only needs to be 8.5 because it really only needs to be as big as my piece of paper. So you will have enough, but make sure you cut 2 pieces 30 inches long and 1 piece that is 9, and you'll have all you need. And then we're going to take our permanent marker here, just kind of smooth it nice. I highly recommend a red one. You can use whatever color you want, but red seems to stand off once it's onto your black. Red seems to be a color that you can see really well. Black tends to blend in more. You can still see it, it's just not as, it doesn't stand out. So I recommend red. And we are just going to trace, oh, my tracing line got a little off there. Trace our center medallion. like so. This must be like watching paint dry, watching me trace. I feel like I should talk about something while I'm doing this. How's the weather? We're supposed to get a wintry mix here tomorrow. Tonight into tomorrow or tomorrow, I don't know. Doesn't really affect any plans right now, so the weather does what it wants to do. However, spring is on its way. We have been having, we are in southern Minnesota, so Kim and I both really like birds. We like to watch birds. We feed birds in our backyard, and our summer birds are coming back. So that's exciting. We're starting to see the goldfinches are starting to come a little bit more, and we're just starting to get some more.
Pelicans are back, and they're always back and trying to pay their taxes.
There you go. Kim said the pelicans are back, and they usually come back in time to pay their taxes. So that would be a little ahead of schedule. And we're getting ready to move our chickens into their summer chicken coop. So that tells you how nice the weather is. There you go. So I talked about birds and the weather, and I got everything traced. So you'll get everything traced, and then you just peel it off. And this is called, I don't think I told you what this is. This is press and seal wrap. It comes in a box like this. It's with the tinfoil and saran wrap and baggies in that aisle in the grocery store or wherever you get that stuff. It was made for all sorts of things besides what we use it for, but it works great for applique and embroidery. So this is what is in your package that you'll receive. Press and seal. So we're going to peel it off our template like so. And we're going to bring back our piece of black and smooth it out nice like that. And I still have my bright white dot right there. And so what's going to happen now is I am going to align my center point. And if you actually kind of fold this in half, if you fold your template like perfectly in half, you can see where to align that a little bit better. This stuff is so sticky. Or tacky, maybe is the answer. Ah! Come on, perfect, right there. Just like that. Bingo. And you have a perfectly centered star medallion. Should I go any further with this one, Kim, or just stop there? Okay. Check back later, and we'll have the next step up.